A lawyer married an ex-convict. Everyone mocked her, but what they didn't know was that this union would trigger a series of events that would challenge not only their careers, but also their conceptions of justice and morality. What lies behind this seemingly unlikely marriage? Discover the secrets and surprising twists in this intriguing story. Hello, my friends. I am Linda, and this is Linda's Love Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. Britney felt the growing weight of tension in the workplace since she announced her marriage to Bradley. The previously cordial atmosphere had now turned into discreet murmurs and disapproving glances. However, it was Raymond Stantz, the vice president of JB Corporation, that made her especially uncomfortable. His piercing gaze and acidic comments during meetings indicated a latent unease with her relationship with Bradley. The lawyer knew that marrying a former convict was an unpleasant novelty for many, but she could never have imagined the depth of what she was about to discover. Britney was a woman who, from a young age, nurtured a passion for helping others. She grew up in a modest family, where she learned early on the value of altruism and solidarity. With a sharp intellect and unwavering ethics, she found in law her way to contribute to a fairer world. After years of hard study and dedication, Britney became a respected lawyer in the corporate area, working for one of the largest companies in the city. Her work was recognized not only for her technical skill but also for her integrity and empathy. However, her heart always drove her to go beyond her formal work. In her free time, Britney devoted her time and knowledge to helping those who lacked the resources to hire lawyers, handling small pro bono cases. Her generosity and commitment to justice earned her admiration and respect, not only within the legal community, but also among the people she helped. She was a prominent figure in the field of law, known not only for her professional competence, but also for her compassion and determination to make a difference in people's lives. To many, Britney was more than a lawyer. She was a true advocate for rights and justice. It was during one of these sessions that she met Rosanna, a lady who carried with her an invisible weight of worry and despair. Hesitation hung in the air as Rosanna finally revealed the reason for her visit. "I heard that you help people with legal cases," Rosanna began, her trembling voice laden with hope. "My son Bradley needs help. He was arrested because of problems at the company where he worked. Can you help him?" Britney, upon hearing the mention of the company, felt a knot form in her throat. She hesitated before responding, choosing her words carefully. "Look, Mum, I don't handle corporate cases here. The volunteer work I do is only for small causes," she explained, worried about the complexity and the challenges a case involving a company might present. Rosanna's eyes filled with tears, her voice choked with the weight of despair. "My son is innocent," she burst out. "He's already spent a year in prison without having done anything. He can't go back there. He can't. But no lawyer wants to take his case, fearing they'll lose against the company." Britney felt a tightening in her chest as she witnessed Rosanna's suffering. Despite her own doubts and fears, she couldn't ignore the pain of a mother desperately seeking justice for her son. With a resigned sigh, she decided she couldn't turn her back on someone who needed her help, even if the challenge seemed insurmountable. "I'll do my best to help your son, Rosanna," she promised, trying to comfort the distressed mother with words of hope. Thus began a journey that would completely transform the lawyer's life. Before accepting the case, she requested a meeting with Bradley to better understand the details of the situation. When they finally met, she was surprised by the impression Bradley made. Britney pondered Bradley's words, studying him closely. He was not what she expected to find. Contrary to her expectations, she saw a well-groomed man with an aura of education and respect that contrasted with the image she had formed in her mind. "I'm sorry for my mother's persistence," Bradley began, his voice gentle and sincere. "She wouldn't rest until she found a lawyer to handle my case. I appreciate your willingness, but I'll understand if you don't want to take on such a complex case. I know the risk is great." Britney was impressed by Bradley's humility and kindness. It was hard not to feel touched by the sincerity of his words. She knew the case would be challenging, but something in Bradley's eyes made her believe it was worth fighting for him. "Don't worry, "I'll help you," Britney affirmed, her voice laden with determination. "I work in corporate law, so I'm used to cases in this sector." Bradley expressed his gratitude with a shy smile. "Thank you, but I don't want to take advantage of your kindness. I'll make sure to pay for everything." The lawyer nodded, understanding Bradley's concern. "Don't worry about that now. The important thing is that we're going to work together to prove your innocence." And so, united by the desire to seek truth and justice, Britney and Bradley embarked on a journey that would take them down unknown and challenging paths. But together, they were determined to face all the obstacles that came their way. It was the beginning of an unlikely partnership, but one filled with trust and hope. As Britney and Bradley delved deeper into the case, a special connection began to form between them. They spent long hours working side by side, sharing not only legal details but also their deepest hopes, fears, and dreams. The lawyer admired Bradley's determination and courage in facing the injustice imposed upon him. In turn, Bradley found in her not only an exceptional lawyer, but a kind and compassionate partner, always ready to support him in difficult moments. As the case progressed and the challenges grew more intense, the bond between Britney and Bradley strengthened. They found comfort in each other, sharing encouraging smiles in moments of discouragement and celebrating each small victory together. Over time, the feelings that united them transformed into something deeper. The love that blossomed between them was as undeniable as it was unexpected. Realizing they had found happiness in each other, the couple decided to take their relationship to the next level. It was the start of a new journey for them, not only as life partners, but also as allies in the pursuit of justice and each other's well-being. But what Britney didn't expect was that her marriage to Bradley would bring problems at her job in the law firm. The decision to marry Bradley brought with it a series of challenges she could never have foreseen. While she saw in Bradley a man of value and integrity, many around her could only see the stigma of his past conviction. Their relationship became a subject of controversy and scrutiny, especially in the lawyer's social and professional circles. She, who had always been a respected and admired lawyer, now found herself confronted with prejudice and judgment from those who had once considered her a trustworthy colleague. Friends drifted apart, clients cancelled contracts, and Britney's reputation began to suffer irreparable damage. For many, the idea of a respected lawyer married to a former convict was simply inconceivable. Raymond, the vice president of the company where she worked, was one of these accusers. Outraged by her association with Bradley, he claimed it would be like a stain on the company's reputation. Determined to act, he sought to convince the president, Mark, to fire her, arguing that her relationship with a former inmate jeopardized the company's image and credibility. Despite the adversities and external pressure, Britney remained steadfast in her conviction. She fervently believed in her husband's innocence and was determined to do everything in her power to prove it. Every obstacle in the way only served to reinforce her determination and her will to fight for the truth. Tirelessly dedicating herself to Bradley's case, the lawyer delved into the minutiae of the investigations, seeking to unveil the secrets surrounding her husband's imprisonment. On a day like any other, while reviewing piles of documents, she made a discovery that left her completely perplexed. Among the papers stacked on her desk, she found documents mentioning the name of the company she worked for. What does JP Corporation have to do with Bradley's case? Britney questioned herself. A shiver ran down her spine as she tried to connect the dots in her mind, questioning what the company she worked for might have to do with her husband's case. As Britney delved deeper into her husband's case, surprising developments and new parties began to emerge before her. Her meticulous investigations revealed that the company Bradley worked for was not the only one involved in the corruption and fraud scheme for which he had been convicted and imprisoned. Each new detail discovered seemed to shed light on an increasingly intricate web of intrigues and collusions. The presence of the JB Corporation name among the investigative documents, combined with Raymond's obstinate behaviour at the company, began to raise suspicions in Britney's mind. What could be happening behind the scenes at the company? The presence of JB Corporation raised intriguing questions about possible connections and hidden motives behind Bradley's case. While striving to unravel the truth, she noticed Raymond's behavior at the company becoming increasingly hostile, as if he was determined to prevent Britney's progress at any cost. As she deepened her investigations, the pieces of the puzzle began to fit together in a disturbing manner. It was discovered that the appearance of the name JB Corporation in the documents was directly related to Raymond's influence behind the scenes in the case of corruption and fraud involving several companies. She found evidence suggesting that Raymond was involved in financial manipulations and bribes, using his position of power in the company to cover up his illicit activities. This discovery shed new light on Bradley's case, suggesting that he had been used as a scapegoat by his colleagues. Britney's revelations triggered a new investigation into the case. Based on her findings, she was able to present evidence proving Bradley's innocence to the authorities. Meanwhile, Raymond found himself exposed and faced the consequences of his actions. He was removed from his position at the company and faced criminal charges for the crimes committed. When the truth about the crime for which her husband had been accused finally came to light, a wave of remorse swept over those who had doubted his innocence. The same people who had previously judged him mercilessly now found themselves ashamed of their hasty conclusions. Bradley finally received the recognition and justice he so deserved, while those who had unjustly condemned him faced the weight of their own actions. The truth always prevails, even in the face of the most challenging adversities. Britney and Bradley's story is a powerful reminder that justice can be achieved with courage, determination, and perseverance. Moreover, it reveals the importance of not judging people by their appearance or past, but by the essence of their character and the truth of their actions. In the end, this story teaches us that even in the darkest moments, love, integrity, and the pursuit of truth are the forces that guide us toward light and redemption. Have you ever found yourself in a situation like Britney's, where you had to defy others' expectations to do what you believed was right? If you enjoyed, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with a number from 1 to 5 to let us know how much you liked the story. Also, watch the video that is currently on your screen. See you soon.